Hi, I'm Melissa Ogden. I'm the Program Coordinator for FaithLink. FaithLink is a volunteer caregiving organization, and we are part of the National Volunteer Caregiving Network. FaithLink serves people who are over 60, chronically ill, or physically disabled. Our volunteers can help you with transportation, light housekeeping, visiting, correspondence, reassurance calls, and maybe even some grocery shopping. FaithLink is funded by grants and donations. FaithLink is a very important part of this community, and our mission is to help people to remain independent in their homes.
My name is Joyce Hubner, and I have been a member of the FaithLink Advisory Committee for over 10 years and currently serving as its chair. The reason I've continued to be involved with FaithLink is because of the tremendous value that I see that it provides to older adults in the community.
Well, FaithLink gives me hope for the future. I've just reached my 80th birthday. I want to stay independent, and FaithLink can help me do that. The FaithLink volunteers bring joy to me, and I pass it on. They bring joy to others, they help others, and in turn, they have better health, and they're very happy people. They're people you want to be around.
My name is Dick Knoll, and I'm a volunteer with FaithLink. And I've been volunteering with FaithLink for 4 years now, since I retired from work. And what I do with FaithLink is provide transportation to people.
Well, one driver, Dick, I would never have met him if I hadn't been with FaithLink. It's wonderful to be able to have someone to talk to. I mean, when you live by yourself, and I mean, you can imagine what it is if you've been in business or in the educational field, to talk with someone who really understands your past and gives you hope for the future.
Clesta is one of the care receivers that I've had the privilege of transporting for a few years here now. I really enjoy driving her around and taking her places and talking with her when we do have these appointments. She's a very interesting lady and has a very interesting background.
FaithLink also heads up the Blizzard Box program. A Blizzard Box is a small box, somewhat larger than a shoebox, that contains enough supplies that a senior might be able to survive. It has food, it has water, it has flashlights, it has a rescue blanket in the event of a natural emergency or a snowstorm. These are distributed to many seniors in the area. We put those together with the help of many agencies and local businesses in the area who sponsor us.
For a pastor, it's really a nice thing to know that we can get together as a bunch of churches and say that, yes, on an individual basis, maybe we can care for some of our people, but to care for this whole community is just too much for any one church to do. And FaithLink really allows us to know as pastors that the community is covered, whether they go to our church or have no affiliation, that FaithLink is there for them, and I think that's key.
I do know some of our FaithLink caregivers personally, and I think that in talking and conversation with them, they really find value in helping others. I mean, if you're trying to look for a way to define your life or figure out what is my purpose here on earth, that really helps to define it by seeing that you can help others, seeing that we are made for this purpose of being community and being aware of the needs of those around us.
One of our big concerns is that the parish nurse will talk to them and say, how are you going to get to the doctor when so-and-so happens, or your radiation treatments? And a lot of the times they might say, well, my family will do it, except for they can't always do it. And FaithLink is a great backup in that case that we can say, well, when your son can't take you to your radiation or chemo treatment, FaithLink can be there. And I think
FaithLink is very scripturally based, that you can find the reason, the purpose, the motive for FaithLink in the scriptures. And one of the best examples is when Jesus is asked what the greatest commandment is. He answers in Luke 10:27 that the greatest commandment is love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. So many times we as a society remember that first half, that love God part, and often miss the second half, love your neighbor, love others. When really in this scripture Jesus is saying you can't have one without the other. Loving God is loving your neighbor. And I think FaithLink really is working to illustrate this very message that Jesus commands us to do.